Hey, it's me. I'm JC, just mentioned JC. It's whatever I like to call me. And it's Mother's Day week. That's what I'm doing all week long because Sunday is Mother's Day. And I'll lie to you, I've been trying my best to think about what to talk about, stuff like that. And every day I'm coming up with a different subject. First, I did the LGBT, yes, and then I did young moms to all the young moms out there. And yesterday I did grandmas. And today, no different, it's going to be about moms, and I'm going to talk about aunts and also sisters as well. That being said, the reason why we're doing so many the same day is because I want to give a more out there for you. Now, I'm going to try my best to separate the subjects as much as possible, so I'm going to start, stop, start, and stop, and start, and stop. The reason why, because I'm going to give y'all a fast their pace of this week, because if the videos aren't getting viewed, it's no point of stretching it out all week long. That being said, I love Mother's Day. Mother's Day is one of my favorite holidays for my mom, and no lie, I've been celebrating Mother's Day probably since I was 3, probably 2, but you're probably like, what do you mean? So from motherhood, this is for young moms as well. But you grow a baby inside of you for 9 months. You adopted a child to you're raising someone else's child. But right now we're talking about moms, especially moms. Either any type of capacity, you are a mother. And this is a day that we get to recognize you the most. Other than say your birthday and say maybe Christmas, this holiday is out for just you. So, end of the day, I want to say thank you for being you and thank you for being a mom. Thank you for raising us. Now, how do you get Mother's Day and mom and all kind of stuff? I would say just being who you are. Being a great mother and being a great person is what makes the best thing about Mother's Day. From your children giving you these, the gifts that elementary does give you, to middle school, now I'm trying to give you something that's kind of still handmade, something that they bought, to high school when they really go all out, to like as an adult where they're like, I didn't forget about you. And even times when you just spend much time with you. I'm a get woke person, mainly when it comes to holidays and stuff like that. I actually like celebrating that person more so than anything else. I do believe in gifts. So, real quickly, a rundown on gifts to get your mom. I would say listen to her first and foremost. I love hair products. So if your mom is a person that loves her hair care, buy stuff for hair care. If your mom loves toiletries and baths and all that nice fragrance, perfumes are awesome gift. And if your mom loves chocolate and stuff like that, buy her some great chocolate. Yes, behind chocolates is always a great thing. I'm not the biggest on flowers. Even though you see a flower every day, we're trying to, because I love flowers. I love flowers, and I actually adore flowers. But for like Mother's Day, for me in my past when I was a kid, we only got plastic flowers because it kind of doesn't make sense to do that. I guess I don't know. I've always been a person where I love live flowers, but I'd rather grow them more than hand them to somebody. So, I mean, I do think that I love the gesture, but flowers actually mean I'm sorry than anything else. Most flowers represent that more than anything else. So, it's like a give and take. I always say if you do get flowers, people say, what about roses? Roses are a beautiful thing, but I also believe in like colorful flowers are always the best thing to me because your mother does represent so many facets of a person. So don't forget that she's still a woman as well as a mom, someone that is also a worker, someone that may be someone's wife, someone's girlfriend, someone's grandmother, as well as just a mom. So that being said, I hope that recognize that your mom is not just that, especially as an adult. As a child, do you, baby, because what she really wants sometimes is just your company. I personally would do that probably for my mom, but we're not talking about that till tomorrow. So let's go ahead and what I say always is so important for Mother's Day for yourself is make sure your kids recognize who you are as a person as well, and being recognized not so much in community but in your household more than anything else. If you have anyone that doesn't understand, like, nah, 165 days went by. you matter, man. You did that. You're raising so much. You're raising your own. You're raising kids. You're raising adults. You know, you're raising these people with mixed personalities. You're raising all this craziness. You're raising people that have some type of maybe a disorder or anything like that, and you're doing this the best you can. And honestly, I appreciate you. So, that being said, happy Mother's Day to you, and I hope you have a great Mother's Day to you. And let's go from one video to the next. 1, 2, 3. I'm Jermaine JC, and happy Mother's Day to you. Hey, it's me, I'm JC, and I gave you an intro, which I know that was kind of crazy, but since I'm doing so many videos in one, I'm going to be going with another intro one more time. This one I'm going to talk about is aunts. So, real quickly, happy Mother's Day to you, to all the aunts out there, auntie, all that stuff. Even if you do or don't have children, aunts matter a lot on Mother's Day. Some of you raise your sister's children, your brother's children. Some of you are also very heavily into your nieces and nephews' lives. So honestly, don't let Mother's Day just be just about, oh, it's only for moms. No, happy Mother's Day is also for all women. I've always associated Mother's Day with Women's Day because growing up in the church, that's kind of what they do for moms. So you kind of learn to, well, I grew up in the church when I was younger. Stop going. Not about that. So, real quickly, I want to say to you personally, happy Mother's Day to you, and I hope you enjoy this day, and I hope that someone gets to take you out. I hope that you get to spend time with your family. Do you get gifts? I don't know. Some aunts do. My dad's really great at that, and I feel like it's the bond you have with like the niece and the nephew. The stronger bond you have, they can take you out to dinner, take you out to eat, take you out to lunch, brunch. You know, Mother's Day is a real big day for food, I think as well, because no lie to you, especially for like aunts and uncles. Like say me personally, I'm with my mom as well. I'm an uncle, y'all. Yes. My sister is an aunt, and I'm going to be tackling sisters last for the day. But what I want to tell you always is that even though you may not have kids, you're also having kids that you consider your own. You raise them your way, and you're there for them all the time. You may not get appreciated the most. You may not always get thank you. But you do matter the most sometimes as well. They can call upon you when mom doesn't have it, dad doesn't have it. They call you. When they go for advice, when they want a soundboard, they go to you instead of just their mom. Sometimes you can't just go to your parents for every single situation. And that's okay. But that's what's so greatness. That's the greatness about having an aunt. Because more importantly, more than less, you're the go-between. You get to talk about what your sister used to be like, what your brother used to be like, and you still get to look at them and say, hey, you're just like you. And they are just trying their best to raise you up the best they can. And there are a lot of aunts out there that are like that are full-on mothers to their siblings' children that raise them up from a crazy age. You know, there's death in the family that happens, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow. And whereas we have to sometimes step in. And moms are, and an aunt is the same as a mom. You step in and you raise them the best you can. So don't forget, even when the child grows up, I would say always let them call you. And to all the kids out there and also adults that have been raised by your aunt, so celebrate her. Like, come on, we can celebrate her. Like, let's not just let mom get like a good gift. Aunt needs a gift too. I mean, don't give her a half-ass gift either. Excuse my language. But give her something that you feel that she deserves always. Because at the end of the day, like, this is your aunt. This is someone that also is always there. Family cookouts, family gatherings, to your birthday parties and stuff like that. When I gave you that good gift, to anything else. Because don't forget, quality time with somebody is always a key thing to me. And it should be a key thing, I think, in this whole world. Because being human is one thing, but understanding the venture in life that we all experience is how we become closer and how we become enlightened. And that's how we get woke. Now, end of the day, I wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to you, Auntie, Aunt Pam, Aunt Jam, Aunt Lamb. I have two aunts. I have two immediate aunts, and I have two great aunts too. All of them serve their own purpose and all parts of my walks of life. Now, I don't really get to. I'm supposed to say more probably for all my other days as well, because every day it does represent somebody that I know. And yes, grandmother I talked about a little bit too, and my aunts helped grow me up as well, and I appreciate them always for that. And I hope you appreciate yours as well. And that's me signing off, and on to the next video. Try to stay woke, try to get woke, and happy Mother's Day to you, Auntie. Hey, it's me, I'm JC, Generation JC. It's whatever they call me. And this is our last for today. And yes, you saw me with my intros the last 2 times, so why not end it with one? All week we're talking about Mother's Day, and this is the last one for today. I'm going 3, and I was explaining that earlier in this video. This was about sisters. I have a little sister, and this is really kind of a little personal first. I know you don't really get your sister nothing for Mother's Day. Maybe when they get older, when they have their own children, you know, like their first 2 years until she becomes a mom. But I feel like Mother's Day is also a day for women. And as your sister grows up, she becomes a little woman. And she's become a little lady and all that kind of stuff as well. So, this day is also for them as well. You know, you have to recognize that, hey, she's growing up. And also, hey... one day she will be a mother. Maybe one day she may not. My little sister's an aunt. So if you saw my video last time, she actually is being appreciated a little bit if her nephews don't forget about her. All 3 of my nephews are very young, so their gift is really just for their mom mainly. But I would say this, the best thing I think about Mother's Day for especially like it's my sisters and stuff like that is the bond they create with their moms. And I feel like that's kind of the thing that you kind of want to see mostly, but I want Mother's Day for sisters out there too, because Women's Day is important. There's the National Women's Day that is wear pink or purple, something like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know, but Mother's Day is the national one for what I've known of. So if your sister has kids out there, celebrate her, and if you feel like you want to buy their little sibling something for Mother's Day, do so. Honestly, it's not really the best holiday for them until they have kids, but at the same time, I feel like you should also recognize them, because realize in a whole 365 days, a woman does deal with a lot more than you realize, from the everyday life to there's a lot of different things that happen with women than men. And I'm gonna say that for first and foremost, living with my mom, with my sister, living with so many, and I've enjoyed women. I love women. That's why I'm living a whole week to celebrate. But we're cutting it short because I didn't get the views at first beginning of the week, so I'm just letting this be a little compilation because that means you're full of 7 days. I'm just gonna let you have a few days of getting all these videos in because I want you to realize Mother's Day is happening this weekend. And no less, celebrate your sister, your mother, celebrate your best friend, anybody that's a mom that you cherish in your world, that you feel needs to be recognized and put in your life. Celebrate them always. Now, this one's really short, sadly, and I apologize for that because I didn't have that much to really talk about. But far as sister gifts and stuff like that, call them up, spend time with them. And also make sure they're included. And they don't have to pay when you take your mother out or when you take your grandma out, because it's Women's Day. So let's band together and celebrate your woman out there. So stay woke, stay get woke, and I'll catch you later. And that's me, I'm JC Jermaine. That's me, Jermaine, just JC. It's what I like to call me. And I'm signing off with a happy Mother's Day to all little sisters out there in the world. Catch you later.